We're back. It's me, your boy, a troubleshooter, with my other troubleshooter.
What the? It's your boy Cameron, the other troubleshooter, I guess.
Yeah. We have an empty seat here for a very special
it's
lady.
hot for some reason.
For a very special
So hot,
lady.
dude.
Yeah. I know.
Jesus.
She flew in all the way from Europe. Very special friend of ours.
Beautiful woman.
Yeah. She's here to enlighten us about, just the world and her culture.
All right.
Let's bring her in.
Bring her
everybody.
in. God damn.
Well,
So how's it modeling? How's your modeling career?
I'm not a woman yet,
Oh.
but
Okay.
it's 2017.
Yeah, they just elected the first transgender or some.
Virginia, right?
Is it a senator or is it a? I don't know what it is, but it's something to do with something.
It's something.
Wow.
2017, we're making big moves.
Right, Kevin? Kevin's here, by the way, guys. Look at him.
Yeah, you can't see Kevin.
Look at him. Playing his little switch. Moving his little fingers.
Is there a mirror? Get a mirror and show Kevin.
On his little buttons.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no
Finally, on the podcast.
Let's do it, man.
2
Yeah,
years.
It's
been a long time
Gomez's
coming.
first time podcasting. I mean, Cameron
Probably
kind of rusty.
be here for every week now, huh?
About that.
Gomez said
yeah.
he's gonna be here on time every week.
He said he's not gonna lie.
On the dot. On the dot.
on the dot because his tweet.
What the fuck happened to
He
you?
stated,
Follow
Kevin,
me on Twitter.
Kevin died in Mario Odyssey, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Tragic.
Kevin.
Pour one out for your boy Kevin.
Can I?
All right, so Gomez, you're hired now. You're
Oh, yeah.
you're a troubleshooter god. You're part of
So-
us now. You come up with some higher end decisions. You tell us when to shoot. You're up there making scripts. You're up there coming up with ideas.
I'm what's known as the brain.
Yeah.
So I basically go off onto other successful YouTubers and steal their ideas, slightly change the words.
It's a symbiote. Finds a host, attaches himself, and then
Parasite.
He's more like a flea. Like he just latches onto something. He just he fucks everything up.
Ooh, okay.
Just
So, I mean, I kind of have a topic. If you guys are willing.
Go ahead, talk about it, man.
Just talk,
Lay it on me.
Nacho Libre.
Okay. What a good movie.
Classic, quintessential coming of age film.
I hear it inspired many children and generations.
All right.
I think
what is it about Nacho Libre, man? Lay
it's
it on
just a down and out man, and out on his luck, and he just builds. Oh, someone's knocking. Just gonna ignore
We're
that.
filming. Go away!
That was probably kind of loud.
Scissors for your mother.
Anyway,
There's no scissors in here.
There are scissors in the white box up in the top.
Where?
me. Oh, up there.
All right,
we're
go
pointing to
ahead.
God.
Sorry.
We're cool.
Your mother's fixing a skirt or making a skirt.
Next game.
We don't have scissors in any other part of the house.
These are the stabbing type, so like.
So,
you guys
murder.
Get rid of me.
This is Abraham's dad, by the way.
As a weapon.
Abraham's father, say hello.
Baby, where are those scissors? I don't know where you keep them. You got like 8 boxes there.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
no! Bring the whole family in.
Aaron, where you at?
Hey, we're the cousins.
Tia!
Hey!
Snoop Dogg?
You guys don't have, you really don't have any other scissors?
No, for material, no, I'm making a dress.
Oh, sick.
This is
A
beautiful.
material.
Here, here.
A material.
Oh, we found it.
Girl.
Fred.
Yo, my ears are hot.
A material.
Thank you. Sorry.
Been in a material world. Alright. See ya.
Thank you, gentlemen. Sorry about that.
Good.
There will be no further interruptions
Except for the one you just
You-
did.
unless
Bet.
there's an earthquake.
Oh, by the way, how about them socks?
All right. So what were you saying about Nacho Libre, man? Tell me
Before I
about it.
was rudely interrupted. I mean, I don't know, man. It's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like it's a classic. So many quotables.
What do you?
What's
so
the
what's
quote?
the
What's best
point?
quote?
What's the
Give
point?
me the best quote.
I want a little taste of the glory. See what it tastes like.
That's
So-
what Gomez wanted the glory. That's
I
why
want
he
to see
came
what
to
it
us.
tasted like. So after years of rigorous applications and trials and blocked phone calls and numbers
Get on with the point,
They
dude.
let me in. Sorry.
What's going on here?
I was reminiscing. But
What?
yeah. Well, we're here.
Okay.
We're here. We're
Uh-huh.
live. We're rolling.
Yeah.
Uncut.
I mean,
Maybe I'll cut that. I don't know. We'll see. But
no, you're not. You're keeping all of this in.
All right, uncut, raw.
raw.
Jesus Christ, man.
All right,
Anyways,
Gomez,
like I'm
Gomez.
saying,
What were you saying?
Yeah, what were you saying about
saying?
Nacho Libre?
it's a
This is the
fantastic
Gomez podcast. Go.
Yeah, late.
the Gomez podcast where you matter.
There should be like a segment where like we just ask Gomez like
Beep, beep,
questions
beep, beep,
and just
beep,
like
beep,
see what he
beep,
thinks
beep,
about
beep,
it.
Or we
beep,
should just
beep,
not
beep,
let him
beep.
go on a rant. Just
Yeah,
Oh,
we should
sorry,
just let him go on a
anyways,
rant for like what? For like 5 minutes and then that's it. Or maybe like 60 seconds. The 60
then
second
I-
30
Gomez rant.
seconds. Go.
That's all I got in my contract. Well, anyways, what I wanted to say was Netflix or Nacho Libre was taken off of Netflix. Tragedy and justice to the world. That's why Netflix is running. its
Damn, they
service to
took
the
off
ground.
Nacho Libre before they took off House of Cards.
That just shows you.
That's
But
that's a transition right there. So Jesus, can you guys believe Kevin Spacey? You know, out there grabbing dicks.
Is that what he did? I don't even know what he did.
Yeah, he apparently he groped a lot of people.
Yeah, I read an article. It was,
I heard he was aggressive on the Baby Driver set. I heard he was.
Oh, he's in Baby Driver?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the movie
you haven't
sucks, though.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I heard that he was pretty mean in the House of Cards set, which is pretty. That's
I mean,
pretty sad, man. That's
it's,
so sad.
Method acting, dude.
That's so sad, dude. You know, I was
All politicians do that, so, you know,
Dude.
it's method acting.
I guess, yeah. But no, I was reading about it, like how he grew up in like in a household where like his dad would like sexually abuse like his brother and stuff. So I guess he grew up in a household kind of like that. And his dad
But-
was also a Nazi supporter.
But that's not really an excuse.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that's inexcusable. I'm saying that like he could have been better, learned from his dad's mistakes.
So if anything, like I feel like the learned behavior you should get from that is to not sexually abuse people, whereas he kind of like adopted the behaviors of his father.
No, yeah, exactly. He could have been
Yeah,
better
no, it's
than
kind
that.
of hard.
Became a
I was learning about that in my class the other day.
Please enlighten us.
Yeah, Linus, what
Just,
would you-
That's-
like, it was like about abuse, and like a lot of like when people think of abuse, they like automatically think of like physical abuse,
Mhm.
but it's not. Like I think the majority of like abuse cases are like not physical. Like only a small percentage of them. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but like this is just what I learned. I don't know if I'm passing the class or not yet. So, but
I was gonna tell you to look up.
yeah, a lot of it's just mental, or like people feel trapped and they don't wanna, they can't escape.
Okay.
Or it's like
I just wanna see
they'll
what he is.
like physical abuse is usually like the extreme part of it. The rest of it is all mental and like they control people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
I mean,
either
Kind of going off of that, like pretty much everyone as they grow up and become an adult, they're pretty much trying to undo things that were done in their childhood.
I think that was one of his excuses to become an actor, just to escape like his personal life, and just pursue someone that he's not, which is pretty interesting.
Get out of his own skin.
he said
yeah,
that.
Get
yeah.
away from the torment.
That's the whole reason why he became an actor, I think. So Kevin, what? Kevin's looking up some allegations that Kevin Spacey was in. Give me some stats, bro. Give
Kevin,
me some stats.
look it up on that iPhone 10. Kevin got the iPhone 10. He's got a cool. case.
Kevin's struggling with Face ID right now. He's trying to
Yeah,
open
he
it.
Can't unlock it.
Uh-oh.
Please open your eyes.
New Kevin Spacey accuser claims attack was certainly more than a grope.
Dang.
Oh, man.
Certainly
So,
more than a
The
grope.
latest accusation of sexual misconduct against Kevin Spacey comes from a man claiming the actor assaulted him while they worked together in 1981.
Man.
Dude, that was a long time ago.
The good thing though is that this stuff is like
Peter.
coming to light, but I kind of
I
want
was
to
gonna
see
say.
like, I mean, because a lot of people are getting exposed for it, but I kind of want to see like preventative measures or how can, because it most likely just gonna keep happening. So like, you know, what's gonna happen to prevent this, or at least like calm it down.
I think what's happening is that I feel like this has been going on for a long time. Like it's just had it, like, not like everybody does it, but like in an industry so big with so many people, like people
Yeah.
feel powerful and like they kind of just can. But I feel like this whole thing, kind of like the exposing. It's like I don't want to compare. I don't know if this is a good comparison, but like kind of like, you know, like that whole trend of like a lot of like, or just leaking like nudes and stuff of like celebrities and stuff.
Mhm.
Like this is like a different version of it where like it's a bad thing, or like it's kind of making it more known to the public like that these things are going on. And I think a lot of people who do these things are going to be a lot more cautious, or hopefully it'll prevent it from stopping.
Yeah, because it's
Because now
it's so
like,
gross,
It
dude.
makes them. Because I feel like, I could be wrong, but like they feel powerful and like they feel like they're all wealthy and whatever. Like they feel like they can do whatever they want, or so I feel like this is like a way of grounding them and be like, hey, like you can't do this, and like obviously they know they can't, but like when it becomes so like obvious and like Kevin Spacey, House of Cards is getting like shut down, the Weinstein like he's been being removed from everything of like his whole company or whatever. So
yeah,
like,
he was already outed.
yeah, so like I think this is just I think it's a good thing that it'll hopefully prevent this from continuing. I mean, obviously there's always going to be people like this.
Yeah,
But hopefully this just it makes them think a lot more about
yeah,
before doing
because
it.
it's sorry,
No,
I'll
no,
let you go right now, because it's gonna at least stop the people that have already been exposed from getting more work, or at least bring like slowing it down. But there's gonna be more people, and Hollywood isn't really like a unified thing, with the exception of like the Academy. But like, what's gonna be put in place to prevent this, or make sure that the people that do this are responsible for their actions?
Yeah,
Face
because
consequences.
weren't a lot of people saying like they would come out and say like, oh, we knew this was happening, or like it's about time, like we knew this guy was doing this for so long.
But why didn't you say anything before?
But I feel like now people will feel a lot more comfortable about coming out. You know what I mean? Like not coming out like, but coming out and saying something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like back then like it's like the bystander effect.
And plus, you don't really know. Like, other people can't say something about it unless it's happened to you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a lot of people probably knew about the Kevin Spacey rumors that were at the time. Obviously, they're not rumors anymore. They're obviously true. But like back then, when you didn't know what was going on, you can't say anything and accuse someone of doing that. You know.
Yeah.
And then plus, people were probably offered a lot of like money to stay quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then like,
yeah.
if you're some small actress or a small actor, trying to get your foot in the door, like into the industry, and you're harassed by a man like Harvey Weinstein, who is at the at the very top of Hollywood, and you accuse him, you're gonna get
fired.
buried,
Yeah.
and
Or
who's gonna believe you?
You'll probably be blacklisted.
Yeah,
like a lot of people.
blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be like, oh, they're just trying to get attention because they're a struggling actor.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Or
That's a good
they're
point.
just mad because we didn't give them the role, or something like that. And so it's
And because
difficult.
a lot of these things you can't really prove, or like none of these things they're all accusations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of them are probably true, but like honestly, in like reality, there's no way
Yeah.
to prove it because they've been so I don't know how many cases over how long of a period of time. Like
Yeah.
like unless there's like video or like like proof,
I
it's kind
think-
of all. And I don't know, and I hope this doesn't get to a point like this isn't the main cause. Obviously, this is bad, but like where people start accusing people for things they haven't done.
Yeah.
Because you can easily accuse somebody and like
Oh yeah.
they haven't done anything.
And that'll tarnish your whole.
Like that one guy. What's his name? Ed something. What's his name, Kevin? You know?
What's he for?
I think he's on Gossip Girl.
Oh,
Ed.
He's claiming he never did anything, but supposedly there's like theories of like why would they go after him if he's a nobody? Because like he's not a nobody, but he was on Gossip Girl.
He's one of the main dudes, right?
Yeah, he's Chuck.
Chuck Bass. Yeah, but I forget his real name. Ed something.
That's something.
Yeah.
But like people are saying, why would she go after him if like he hasn't even been on the rise? Like he's not an A-list actor. And they're saying like, why would she go after him? Like it might be. People are saying. Like,
Is it only one
it's really
person?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So they're
2 girls came
basically.
out.
They're like when he says, "Oh, why would I do that?" There's no way. But they're saying, why would they falsely accuse him if he's not Leonardo DiCaprio, someone at the top?
Yeah.
What were the accusations?
I don't know.
I think
Kevin doesn't
like
know.
at the very least, if nothing else comes from it, like one of the most important things is that people are at the very least open to hearing this now. So now if some actress or actor comes out and says they were abused or harassed emotionally, physically, people are gonna like at least look into it or listen to them. Whereas before, like, oh, whatever,
And it's a good thing, honestly. It's a good thing that those people are getting kicked out of Hollywood, and it's crazy because I don't want to beat a dead horse because we're saying everyone's been saying the same thing, but like I want to put a twist onto our topic, and like we're people who want to become, or who are aspiring filmmakers and who want to become a part of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And after all this, dude, honestly, like, it's crazy because like I hope we can find like a good following on the internet and just keep making films on the internet
And-
without Hollywood backing us up or something
and
like
it's
that.
people-
Like that would be so
Yeah.
cool.
It's
Because
peop-
it's kind of
Being independent on being on the internet is probably a better way of having more creative freedom, and I don't know,
yeah.
just
That's a good point.
'cause
And
Hollywood, like all those people right there are probably like a product of their own environment. Like what if people who are interns, like guy interns, who are probably interns of Harvey Weinstein, and see Harvey Weinstein doing that, and they're probably thinking, oh, if he's doing that, it's probably acceptable for me to be doing that. So there's probably a lot of other people who are also doing that in Hollywood, but we just don't know about it.
Yeah, I hope like that this creates a system, kind of like because before people wouldn't say anything, but now I feel like I hope just because people know what can happen, that they won't like those people will be, because before they were like, should I say something? Should I not? And people would lean towards, I'm not gonna say anything because I'll get in trouble. But now I hope this creates a system where like people are just automatically inclined to be like,
Yeah.
I need to say something because I don't want to be involved with this. Do you know what I mean? Like where the risk, the penalty beforehand, I think in people's heads were like,
losing your whole career.
yeah, don't say anything. But I feel like maybe you can even like this can inspire people to want to speak out and say things because it'll help them maybe in a way because people will respect you more for telling the truth. And like with the internet and everything now, I feel like people will rally behind you and like they're not gonna attack you and like people will want to hire you and work with you. Whereas the other way now, like people won't. So like I think this is a good thing and it'll hopefully like cause people to do that.
But what do you have to say about the people who are getting falsely accused? Like, how do you defend that?
I feel like they have to, and it's hard because there's no proof, and we can't prove any of these things. But I think there has to be a way for like, if the accuser is somehow found to be wrong or whatever, like there has to be severe punishment.
Yeah,
like, severe like jail time. Like, nah, that's not okay.
Especially because like one accusation, people are automatically gonna assume that you did it. Like, let's say, I mean, Kevin Spacey, obviously, like he was accused, and then people were like, "Is this true?" And then a bunch of people came out, and there's already like so many cases or people that have come out, and so that's true. But like, let's say you're another actor, and then someone accuses you of that, like the guy from from Gossip Girl. If he didn't do it,
Yeah.
like.
If you didn't do it.
That's something you have to fight, and especially with like social media now, there's all these people that are going to be attacking you, regardless of whether you did it or not. And if they find out that you didn't do it, then it's like, oh, whatever. Your reputation is still tarnished.
Yeah, just the accusation by itself can destroy a career.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like I feel like, I don't know if you guys know about this. It was on Twitter. This whole thing. It has to do with Jake Paul. Everybody.
I haven't heard of that name in forever.
Jesus, I know. But apparently it has to do something with Jake Paul. But also, most importantly, people were accusing this guy, the owner of FaZe Banks, I think his name was. Did you hear about this? Where like supposedly he sexually harassed a girl who was Jake Paul's friend, and like that girl and Jake Paul were like constantly attacking that guy FaZe Banks. But I think he defended himself pretty well, and I think. I mean, people say he's not guilty of it, and there's a lot of people who are saying he's not guilty of it. So I guess like if you have that group of like supporting people to say that you're not guilty of it, does that help?
Well, I mean, it does, but it's still like something you have to fight, and then it's.
Oh yeah, he fought a lot for it, dude. I was constantly following it, and like I can't remember everything out, like every single tweet because there's so many constant tweets about it, but like I think he defended himself pretty well. At first, I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. I think that's the mentality that you always have to have. You always have to be 50-50 on, like, what's going on. But then, like, I don't know.
Yeah, because no one waits to, like, attack people or kind of, like, denounce them from what they were doing until after a verdict is found. Like, as soon as accusations come out, they're like, oh, you're a monster. And, I mean, if it's true, then, you know, you have to kind of face that because those are the consequences of what you did. But if it's not true, and then people just coming after you, I don't know. That's tough. There's nothing you can really do about it though.
Yeah.
Because it's freedom of speech.
And it's also kind of hard too because
Social
why would
media.
people falsely accuse like? I don't think anybody in the world wants to destroy someone's career.
Well,
Like, is that a thing, or are people
yes.
like constantly
is.
go out. Yeah, you think so?
Anybody that was slighted or wronged,
That's so mean, man.
They
That's
find
so
it
mean.
any opportunity.
Like in my head, I
That's
would
so
say
rude.
no, but like you gotta remember, like there's so many different types of people. In this
Especially
world.
'cause,
It's
like,
crazy.
Hollywood
That's-
specifically, it's all about relationships and impressions, and there's a very select few that have all the power. And so if you rub them the wrong way in any way, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't like you, so why am I gonna give you a job? Why am I gonna pay you to do something?
That's why Hollywood sucks. Just let us just make movies. Just give us like a $10,000 and we'll make a movie, and then from there we don't need Hollywood anymore.
Well, I mean, Hollywood's not really like, it's just like an entity.
I don't want to work in Hollywood.
Then don't stay on the YouTubes.
I don't know. It kind of sucks too because
I hope you guys can hear me. 'Cause
James Gunn was talking about it.
Kinda,
Like I said, like yeah, a lot of people are coming out. Like a lot of people are like really bad in the industry, but like there's also a lot of really good people who work in the industry.
yeah.
And,
Well, obviously, yeah, there's always good and bad, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's exclusive to Hollywood either, but I think it's because we put these people on such a pedestal, like and like. I think just the mentality is different.
Yeah.
Like from a regular
Yeah.
job or any other industry,
crazy,
like
man.
you go and you do your work, but like these people are like people look up to them.
Yeah,
and,
you
like, they just-
idolize them.
Yeah, so it's a little different, but there's always good and bad on both sides. Now the best we can really do is hope that the good people, this inspires people to be better, and it hopefully outcasts the bad.
Yeah, and like, you know, if you see something, you know that saying, see something, say something, like, because
Yeah.
I think, especially now that people are more open to like listening to these things and kind of seeing if it's true or not, like, if you're working at a movie studio, and you're not like at the top, but you're around there and you're seeing these things go on, and you speak out about them, like, it's a better time than ever to be able to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that because Quentin Tarantino apparently knew about the Harvey Weinstein things, but like he didn't say anything. Like people with like obviously Quentin Tarantino, like he has a reputation, he has power. I don't know why he didn't say anything. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, like people would die to work with Quentin.
Yeah,
Like I don't think he would be.
yeah.
He'd find another company or something to work. Somebody
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
always.
I
want
mean,
to
he
unless he himself did something, then I don't I don't think his career would be at risk.
yeah, because he has all the power. He creates his own stuff. It's different if he was an actor that like had to rely on other people, or like
I feel like a director does have to rely on like
Or-
producers
but-
and stuff.
But he is a like
Like you have
he,
to get funded.
But like
he creates his
yeah.
original content. Like,
Like
he's
his,
a writer.
his name himself can get him hired. Like he
I
doesn't
guess,
really
yeah,
need
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
anybody, like not anybody, but just more than a lot of people would be like, or want like dream to be in a Quentin or
Oh, yeah.
work
Yeah.
with Quentin. Like so, it's,
Definitely.
But yeah,
That sucks, man. Like all those people who were friends with like all these people, like Harvey Weinstein, like Kevin Spacey. If you were like friends with them and like or family or like a child of that person, that sucks.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for those people.
And then like,
I don't feel bad for Harvey Weinstein. He can
Also
go,
too,
he
because
can go fuck himself. But
like
everybody else, like who were like friends, like trusted him, people who trusted him, like that sucks.
but I think. Sorry, go ahead.
That
I mean,
sucks.
oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna say because like, let's say Kevin Spacey for example, he did what he did. I don't know if he's gonna face jail time or whatever. But now his like immediate family, his children have to live with that on their backs, and then, you know, if they're gonna be attacked because of what he did.
Yeah.
Like I was reading an article one time because I had just watched Narcos, great show, and I was like just reading articles about the aftermath, and his family, like his wife, his wife and his children had basically lived in exile because of everything he did, and like it sucks because his kids were innocent, like their children were.
Yeah,
Wait, who are you
heard-
talking about? Are you talking about?
Sorry, Pablo Escobar.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I heard his son like didn't want anything to do
Yeah,
with the business, or
like-
he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, you're an infant when your dad is doing all of this, and he's dead, and so now like you have to live in exile. Like,
I feel like that's a little. I mean, I don't think his family has to live in exile, but I get what you're saying.
well, they do. No, they like they
Oh.
they have to they change their names. They do all of that.
That's
But I mean,
crazy.
I don't think. I mean, like, I wouldn't blame if I saw Kevin Spacey's wife or kid on the street. I wouldn't be like,
You wouldn't, but there are people.
I know, but I feel like it's not like if it was Kevin Spacey directly, 90% of the people would be like, "Oh, screw you." If it's this kid, there might be like
Kevin
what, a
says that Kevin
50-50.
Spacey is gay.
Oh, he's gay.
Doesn't have a
Oh yeah,
He doesn't have a wife.
Oh, I
He
only
came out
said
as gay.
wife because you
I
guys
saw
said that.
I saw
Oh, no,
on
I didn't
Twitter
mean-
like Kevin Spacey invented the bad time to come out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Wait, so he's not married?
No.
So he's never.
All the accusations against him are from men.
That's right. Oh yeah, I read about
Imagine Kevin Spacey
that.
going
Because
up
a lot of
on
people,
you, dude.
yeah, a lot of people were saying that like these accusations came out and he was like, "Oh, I'm gay." And I'm like,
No, it's okay. I'm gay.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a.
I mean, that's not right at all. Like,
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
it's not.
if you're,
No
it doesn't matter if
excuse.
you're gay or whatever, but it's still
if you're a monster,
unwanted
you're a
sexual,
monster.
whatever.
Predator.
Jesus, it's crazy, man. All these people, like, it wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't want to say anything.
Kevin or.
But wasn't Bryan Singer the director of like all the X-Men movies? Like, isn't he like doesn't he have something to do with like child pornography?
What the?
Look it up. Look it up. I think so. I think that was the whole thing. But I know the director of X-Men Last Stand, like Brett Ratner, he's messed up too. Like he's out of Hollywood
You
too.
give these men all this power.
he told this girl
That's what they do.
to Ellen Page like in her face to like go have sex with Ellen Page to make sure that she's gay or something like that. Like directly to Ellen Page. I'm
Oh,
like,
she's gay?
Jesus. Ellen Page is gay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Fragile egos.
What is it?
Bryan Singer, like allegations or something like that.
Put them on pedestals. This is what they do. This is how they react. Most. Not all.
Like child.
There are exceptions.
I could be wrong. He could be allocated for something else. Like something accused of something else. I mean.
Anyways, don't do this stuff. Kids.
Yeah. Kids,
That's crazy, man.
don't
Man, let's put like such a black spot in Hollywood.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
This
I
is
mean,
sexual assault of a minor.
things have
Oh,
always
okay.
been going on.
yeah,
Oh,
I
so he
think
did sexual
things
assault
are
of
just being
minor,
brought
okay.
into the light more.
It's all about consent.
You guys watch that T video?
I don't know
What?
are you talking about?
What is this?
When I was in college, like they had like this video about tea.
In college?
Tea?
It's like
What is it?
everybody
Just
had to watch
explain it. What is tea for people who don't know?
It's like you can't
Yeah, for the college dropouts.
it's like you can't force someone to drink their tea or something like that. Like they have to want to drink their tea, and like someone who's passed out can't drink their tea, or
Yeah.
they can't drink your tea.
So they try to do something clever, so it's like, oh, and make the connection.
like even if someone says, "Oh, like you want some tea?" Like I'm asking you, "Oh, you want some tea?"
I'm good.
Say no, say yes. Say.
Yes, please.
And I give you the tea,
Give me the tea.
and I'm like, and then you change your mind. You're like, you don't want tea anymore. I can't be like, no, I gave you the tea. You're gonna drink
I
it.
don't want it.
Like it's your choice. Like it's just a metaphor.
So wait.
The tea is sex.
I know. I got it. No, I got that. But
Alright.
like, so when you give them the tea, they say yeah, but then they give it back.
Well, like you can give them the
I
tea.
changed my mind. I don't
Like,
want it anymore.
Yeah, then like they can change their mind. But then some people will be like, no, I gave it. You said you wanted it.
There's no
so
take
you're
backs.
gonna yeah.
Now you're gonna drink the tea.
But you can't make someone drink it. You can't make someone drink tea.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. You can't.
You can't do that.
That's like it's like taking the horse to drink the water, but the horse.
yeah, you
You
can
can
only
lead
lead
a horse
to
to
the
water, but you can't make it drink.
But you can. Okay.
Oh my god, dude,
I'm
Jesus,
kidding.
Sexual predator.
Jesus, man.
Nah, but yeah,
Hollywood's messed up, man. What a-
Anyways,
you learn one thing.
It's crazy,
today.
man. You growing up, you just, you know,
Consent.
I want to work in Hollywood, but you know,
that's the word of the day.
it's crazy. Gomez, you still want to work in Hollywood or what?
I mean, I want to be a
Isn't
filmmaker.
your middle name Spacey?
Yeah, isn't
Spacey Weinstein?
Oh no,
Yeah, don't-
completely unrelated. Spacey, because
that's his Reddit name. Spacey
Spacey
Weinstein.
oh my god, Spacey Weinstein. Well, that's why I don't go on Reddit anymore. Gotta change my gotta change my handle.
Jesus, man.
Username, whatever.
Well,
I mean, anyone,
Wow.
you guys want to switch up the topic
So
a little
you-
bit?
I was looking at my iPhone right now. I was thinking like, Abraham switched to iPhones.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
This is
So, little background. Sorry.
let me. Or you go ahead. Go.
Abe used to be Abe was a longtime user of Android.
Abe was a long-time user of trash.
He had his the NHTC and Android for about 2 years.
Let me tell my story, dog. You know my
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
You don't know my.
You know my swag, but you
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
my
Take it
story.
away.
You don't know my story. Listen, everybody. Let me get deep here. I got my first phone in 8th grade. I got the HTC Evo 3D. I thought it was the shit. No, it was a cool.
Wait,
like,
3D?
Yeah.
It's 3D?
Yeah.
Not the old,
No,
not the one he had.
first one. The first one.
A while ago, it came out with the 3D phone.
Yeah, so I got movie stop
Oh,
recording.
Kevin, fix it. Kevin, fix it. Oh, Kevin's busy with the Switch, huh?
Testing. All right.
And we back.
This is all one.
Look at him.
This is
We're
all.
back.
This is all continuous, right?
Yeah. Go
So-
in. Oh, we on?
Basically, I've been an Android user for what, 8th grade? 7 years.
Hey, does math.
7 years I've been an Android user, and my last phone I had was the HTC M8.
The one you could double tap and the screen would come on.
Yeah, double tap that.
Double tap.
So I was always back in the day. I used to hate iPhones and iOS and whatever. I just liked, but I like the customization of Android and everything.
But why? Why did you like the customization?
Let him talk.
of
Let
it?
him talk. You'll get your turn. You'll get your
You
turn.
get your turn, you get your
Take it
turn.
easy,
Fired up, huh?
papi. Take it easy,
Just 'cause-
papi.
And then, but yeah, my phone. Android phones are still good. I want everybody to know that. They're great. I was thinking about getting the Pixel, because I was due for an upgrade last year. I was gonna get the original Pixel, but I don't know why. I just wanted to wait. I think because I was just like, the Pixel's sick, but I'll wait and see. So I waited another year, and then what came out this year? The iPhone 10, Pixel 2. We got the
Note 8.
Note 8.
Note 8. Note 8.
And I was like,
Battery's gonna die.
I see it. Shit, yeah, the battery's gonna die. Do we switch it now or?
We can press pause and thing and stuff.
Okay. And yeah, I don't know. Just this year around, I came and
And you had that phone, what, 4 years or 3?
three to 4 years, I think.
That's a long time.
So it was a long. My phone was really old. Like the other day, I had it because my phone usually dies around 50% if I'm using it actively. It'll die at 50%. Die. Boom. Just dead. But the other day, I got in a car accident going to school or whatever, and then I was
Really bad car life.
Really?
Just, threatening.
I didn't hear about that because I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah, so I got in a car accident. I was going to school, and then I was getting
Put a
off.
pin in that, as you guys used to say.
So I got off the freeway, and I was waiting. There was a red light. I came to a red light, and then there was a truck coming. So I let him go, waited for him to pass, and then there was no traffic. So I was like, okay, and I started going, made my right turn, and as soon as I was making my turn, boom! I was like, oh my god! And I had a midterm.
Wait.
Oh, and I was running on 2 hours of sleep.
Where'd you get hit from?
My back left bumper.
Okay.
And that caused your car to lift up
Yeah.
right in the air.
Wait, let me go
And
back.
you did.
Oh, go back
No,
there.
flip.
Go
Let me
back
go
there.
back.
Back it up.
I slept 2 hours. I went to sleep at 6 o'clock studying for my midterm that I had at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up at 8 o'clock
Christ.
and I was driving, and
A
then
psychopath.
and even though I was tired, I was driving fine. That didn't mess up my driving whatsoever. But yeah, she hit me in the back, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, I had my midterm in 20, 30 minutes. I didn't know how long it was gonna take, and I was like, I don't know if if I go to my professor and I'm like, "Oh, I got in a car accident," if he's gonna believe me or
Yeah,
take
he's
off
like,
point.
oh, yeah, bud. Sure thing.
So I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Cause this isn't my first car accident. The first car accident I got into, I got hit on the freeway. They took my side mirror off, but it was a hit and run. The guy took off. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just
He was
follow
a speed
him.
racer.
And he just kept speeding, and I was like, this guy's going really fast. But he basically dipped or whatever. So yeah, I got in a car accident, and then we were exchanging information, and I was gonna take a picture of the girl's license plate, and my phone was at 85%. So I went up to her license plate, and I took 2 pictures, and I was like, oh cool, and then boom, my phone died, and I was like,
oh no.
Oh, my God.
so then I thought I got her license plate. I turned my phone back on eventually when I got it to charge, and then I'd look for the pictures, and they weren't there, and I was like,
Oh, my God.
Oh.
so I was so mad, and I was like, I need a new phone. So I got the iPhone 10 yesterday. Was it? Yeah, I got it yesterday. And
Where
I was a diehard Android fan, but I think the reason I switched, the main reason, I was talking to the Apple employee I work with. His name was Kevin too, but not this Kevin.
Shout out, Kevin.
But he was like, yeah, he was like, oh, you're an Android? He's like, what made you switch? And I was like, honestly, all phones are good nowadays. Android and iOS, it's just all personal preference. The reason I just went with iOS iPhones. I feel like the optimization of apps like Snapchat and stuff like that, and just iMessage, because I love Android, and there's things. I'm day one iPhone user, but I miss customize. I try to change my ringtones because everybody has that same ding ding ding, and I hate having the same basic ringtone as everybody else. It bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because I hear my phone, I'm like, whose iPhone is that out of the 30 people that are here? So I wanted to change it, but you have to. It's so stupid. You have to go to iTunes and you can't put your own songs or whatever. It's so stupid, dude. It's so dumb.
You got something to say?
Nah, Cameron, what do you gotta say, Apple employee?
Say it, huh?
It's pretty easy to change your tone.
How do you change it?
How do you change it?
You just go to sounds.
He used to go to sounds.
You just change it.
You go to
No, I know, but they're all the ones that Apple provides for you. I'm like, I want my own. Like, I want
How
my
do you change
cool.
that?
I want my cool Metal Gear sound effects, my Bioshocks up in here.
I guess you would just like if you could buy them, but you could just go
Buy them? What is that?
Or just
Nasty.
go to GarageBand.
Dude, I was
and make a
No, I know. I was looking into
Dude,
it, but like that's
dude-
so extra.
dude, I
Why
was
do
so close. I was like
Whoops,
this
whoops.
close to buying a Tommy Wiseau ringtone
Oh
for
my
like
God.
$2, dude.
There's one. What does it do?
I forget what he says. It's
See,
funny
the
though.
the very thought, coming from an Android background, like the very thought of buying a ringtone is the stupidest thing ever. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because on my iPhone, there's like Zedge. It was this app I called Use Zedge. You can get ringtones, text sound effects, wallpapers, and everything like that. And like you download it, and then just from in the app right there, you can set it as your ringtone, and it changes instantly.
Yeah.
But then like on my iPhone, like it's so. I hate the settings, the way like you have to go into your settings to change everything. You have to go into settings. You have to go into like every little subfolder and everything to change everything. I just feel like,
would you do
So
it?
just kind of
like on Android, like they would have like the little thing, and you can like easily access like Wi-Fi or something. You can tap it to like go directly to the Wi-Fi instead of going to settings. Do you know what I mean? Because like
so
on
it's
the
kind of just like the little differences that you're not.
it's
used
just
to.
a little difference here
Yeah.
and there, but
And you know, one thing I have noticed, so like, I have the Note 8. It's great.
Hey, that rhymes.
hey,
Bar.
it's bars.
Yeah.
Let's see if
well,
Face ID works.
I have a Note 8, but
Ah!
This is a camera test. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Lip bud.
Hey.
Alright, so
Doesn't work in the dark though.
That was
Smells
that was a live test for anybody who
Have
doubts
fun.
it. Oh, let me talk about Face ID real quick before you go in. It wasn't working before. It was like 50-50, but I take off what's
Kevin,
it
the
called?
Apple employee, helped you.
Take off Rise or whatever, and just have it tap to wake, and it tap to wake usually fixes it. It works pretty well.
well,
that true,
there you
Kevin?
go.
Touch ID is faster. I'd say like way faster than Face ID, but I think with apps and I mean
Unless your hands are sweaty.
updates and stuff, yeah, that's true. But I think that Face ID will get better
Constant
with
problem
time.
of mine.
Yeah. But like one thing I have noticed though, for my Note 8, Snapchat, the even on the outside, because my camera is amazing.
Yeah.
But in Snapchat, it's trash. Like it's just hot trash. I don't know. I don't like
I
it.
hate,
Yeah,
I hate Snapchatting Android people, dude.
It's like
It's like, what kind of, you shooting off a potato or what?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I wanted to get the Pixel, but I was like, man, it sucks. Like I post videos on Snapchat because like, I mean, I don't post a lot on Snapchat because
Now you're gonna be posting on Snapchat.
because my phone sucked, dude. Like I couldn't.
and
Like,
your phone was old, 4 years old.
I could not, dude. Like it was so frustrating. I tried explaining to my girlfriend how like she doesn't understand how hard it is. Because to me, Snapchat is like it's on the spot, right? Like if you
Yeah.
want to snap something, you gotta like
Yeah.
pull it out and do it immediately. Like there's no like. It's not an Instagram shot where you can like frame it, take your time. Snapchat's on the spot. You gotta be quick. You gotta be on your feet. You gotta be dodging and bobbing and weaving. And like, dude, my phone, like I'd open up Snapchat and then like it'd take like 10 seconds to load up, and then to like take a picture or record, like I'd press the shutter button or whatever, and like 10 seconds later it would take a picture. And then like if it's blurry or if it's like messed up, then like I have to take it again. And like by the time I actually got the picture,
catastrophe's over.
yeah, by the time whatever I wanted to take a picture or record, it's done. Like the moment's gone. So like I would never post on Snap, and it just sucked because like, dude, we're video content creators. My Snap's gonna be banging now, dude.
Yeah. We in, boys.
That's why Android sucks compared to iOS.
Honestly,
huh?
like I have no preference. I could be fine with like let's say I got the iPhone 10 or I don't. Is it the iPhone 10 or X? What is it?
10.
Kevin,
10.
Apple expert. 10 or X?
10.
Okay, so I could be fine with the iPhone X or the Note 8. I just got the Note 8 and I like it. I have no preference really. I mean, I could adapt to either one. I'm not like a diehard like oh fuck iOS, oh fuck Android. You know.
Yeah, I used to be like that, but now it's just. See, I really like. Oh, go ahead.
When it comes to phones,
The phone.
it's Apple,
Pick up the phone.
iPhones. When it comes to computers, it's PC all the way.
Yeah.
It's PC all the way. You
What
know, I
is
don't
it?
even consider buying a Mac. Don't
Hey, don't you have a Mac?
don't do that.
MacBook?
Don't do that
Okay.
overpriced
Not mine.
crap.
Hey, MacBook.
That's trash, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
Or
video.
Mac.
Yeah, that's the trash.
But I think like there's a lot of things I miss about Android, like the customization and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are like, what do you mean by that? But it's literally being able to do whatever you want and
Yep.
change anything. And
Anything.
Kevin, that's dumb, right?
It's just like
But
It's just so nice. Like it's nice to do, and then you feel limited when you don't have it.
Nah, you guys always say, "Oh, let me customize my my fonts," and then you guys pick up the most ugliest fonts
that's
ever.
it's fun.
dude.
My
nasty.
font
Font is so
nasty, to be honest.
Every time I see you guys
No, no,
with your
but-
stupid Android phones, I can't even read it because the font's so ugly.
I think it's just
Yeah.
the option to do it. But the reason I decided on getting an iPhone is because, like, all to me, like in my head, like I always try to like justify, like I don't know, like, but like there's little things like customization stuff that Android does a lot better and it's more open. But I think what like on a day-to-day basis for everyday use, I think iOS was just better for me. Like the ecosystem, like just day-to-day, like iMessage is pretty sick, and just like app optimization and stuff like that. Like that's like on a day-to-day for like everyday use things, I think it works better for those
Yeah,
things.
another thing, like for me, one of the reasons why I got the Note 8 instead of like, let's say like the iPhone 10 or iPhone 8 is because like I have PC and I use Google Chrome for everything, or like I have like a Gmail account, so it's nice to through Android like have my phone connected to my computer, my computer, like all my accounts all connected, because like you've had Android and you have a PC, so you have like you use Chrome, Gmail, and so if I had an iPhone and then a PC, like
It still work. It should still work.
I don't know, I just like I mean I don't know if it does.
It should still work. Cause I was like, how's this gonna work? But all my like everything is pretty much synced up the same.
Did you
like-
get iTunes?
No.
Oh, you should get iTunes.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Well, I usually use it on my laptop.
Okay.
But
So yeah.
So how do you feel with the iPhone, man? Or-
So far,
Dude,
what
I'm,
you a
I'm
day in?
honestly
I'm a day
I'm
in.
happy for you. that
I'm
you
less than
switched.
24 hours in.
Less than 24 hours.
Face ID worked. Honestly, it's cool.
I'm happy for you, man.
The
time.
iMessage is pretty sick.
It's gonna make texting you so much better.
Yeah.
So much more fun. You don't get my stupid messages like 10 minutes after they're supposed to be received.
Like the one incident where I was supposed to send you the address, but you just didn't get it on your cheap ass.
yeah,
phone.
you see?
Yeah.
Cheap Android.
He almost murdered me. It
But
was,
yeah, I was-
I'd never seen that rage from you, and it was because your phone was trash.
my phone was trash. But that's the thing I don't know, because my phone was so old. I feel like either if I got a Pixel 2 or an iPhone
It wouldn't
10,
even matter.
it'd be the same. But I think just I honestly was just like iMessage and like Snapchat and stuff, like little things like that. I was like, I'm gonna want to use these more
Yeah.
than the other things that. But it's all for personal preference. If you don't care about like that stuff, then Android's perfectly fine.
I mean, the Snapchat thing on the Android sucks, but I don't even use that stuff anyways. Like I hardly go on.
I mean, I
Snapchat.
don't know. The notch hasn't bothered me too much. Apps aren't optimized that well so far yet. Like I opened up
Give it
Gmail.
some time.
It doesn't even go full screen. Like you
Dude,
see how
don't
it's-
drop that thing, dude.
No, I know.
Jeez.
But like I don't know. But overall, the swipe up feature, and a lot of people, because like I came from Android, so I never had a physical home button.
What is this? A podcast or a review?
But like I think it's fine. Like it seems pretty natural to me to get used to it. But I don't know, like if you guys go to upgrading to like swiping up might be weird for you guys.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't need to upgrade. I'm fine.
No, I know, but like I assume
Cameron
that
is a
I
proud
assume.
change of better.
Oh.
Should we stop talking?
Yep. No question. All right, now we're back.
And we're back.
All right,
So,
We're back.
2, 1.
Break it down.
All right, so sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, your phone. Anyways, taking the pin out of the thing that you said earlier.
Oh. Thank you.
Car crashes, huh? What a pain in the ass are they?
What's the big idea?
Oh, this is in case. This is a lesson because let me tell you guys what happened to me. I mean, I explained it earlier, but not in depth. If none of you have been in a car accident,
The ding sound
I
effect.
hate it, dude. I mean, it's cool, but like it's so basic to me. I'm just like, yeah, but
Anyways. Back to
if you get in a car accident, if you have not been in a car accident, pay attention. You need to get the right information. Because when I got in the car accident Tuesday, like the girl, like I was really nice to her. That's step one. Always be nice to the other person. Don't be a dick.
Don't assault them. Or blame it
I
all on them.
mean,
on
make
the
sure
street.
they're okay first. Like mine was barely, like it wasn't a serious accident, but like make sure the other person's.
It was just like rear-ended you.
Yeah,
Fender bender.
Kevin asked if she just rear-ended him.
Oh.
yeah. So make sure they're okay, and then after that, it's like she was like, oh, like, and then cause I took the picture. I took the picture of her license plate, and I was like, my phone died, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go charge it. I didn't have my charger. So I was like, God damn it. And then like while I was in my car, like she went to her car too, and she came to my car.
She went to her car and she ran away.
And she came to my car, and I opened the door for her, and she was like, she gave me a sticky note. She's like, oh yeah, here's my name, my number, and my insurance.
The license.
And she was like, but I'm late for work right now. She's like, I'm guessing she was a nurse because she was in scrubs. She's like, I'm late for work, but like you can contact me, and then like we can figure this out later. And I was like,
You should have wrote down the plate on the.
I know. And then I was just like, okay, sure, yeah, and I was like, whatever. And I was just like done. I was like fed up with everything because I had a midterm. I slept 2 hours, and this all happened. I was like, whatever. So then after like she drove, and then that's when I turned on my phone. I turned on my phone, and then that's when I saw the picture I took of her license plate didn't save, and I was like, shit. And I was like, so I got her piece of paper note she gave me. I got a pencil from my backpack, and and she was driving off, so I tried to like write her license plate down, and I got 4 letters or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, dude, I felt so stupid because then like. And then I went to school, and then I was just waiting before my midterm, and I was like, I looked it up. I'm like, what information do you need to get before you get in a car accident? And dude, there is so much, and I was like, Jesus, like I messed up.
Wait, what'd you miss?
I only got her name and her number, and she wrote State Farm as her insurance.
Oh my god! Come on.
And I was like, dude, I'm so stupid.
Dun.
Have you tried to contact her?
And I was like, dude, and then I was like,
So wait, what were you missing though? Like what exactly?
You need their name, but you don't ask for their name because they can lie to you.
Oh.
License.
So you ask to see their license, their driver's license, and then you can't. It's illegal to take a picture of their license.
Yeah.
You can't take. a picture.
It's illegal?
Yeah, you can't take a picture.
Oh,
of
what?
license.
I got my.
No, yeah, they can't take a picture. Maybe it's different in every state, but from what I read online, like you have to write down their information. You can't take a picture of it because then you can use like identity theft or whatever.
Okay.
So you get their name, their address, their driver's license number.
Yeah.
You get their license plate number. You get their car, the color, the year it was made in, the model.
Jesus.
You get their insurance company, their insurance policy number, and you get what did I say license already?
Yeah.
And what else is
I mean,
there?
most of that
and their name and their phone number.
And most of that you can find on so you get the registration, and that'll have like the model number, like the make and all that. Then the license has like their name, information, date of birth, driver's license number, then like their insurance policy paper. So it's not like you have to get all these different things. They're kind of all in
but like I'm just saying like those are all the things.
That's a lot still.
And yeah, so just make sure you guys get that because like I was lucky because I called her late. We called her later, and then like she didn't answer, and I was like, oh, she gave me a fake number. Like she easily could have gave me a fake number and just been like, and just dipped.
Yeah.
But then like now or like later on, she called back and she was like, and she gave me all the information.
That's nice.
So I was like, thank God. Like,
So what is she do? Is she paying anything? Or
I think I don't know. The insurances have to like fight it out.
Was the damage bad?
No, it wasn't bad at all. Really, it was like a little scratch, but
okay.
But I'm just saying like,
crisis of
it could have easily. I could have easily like she could have just ran away.
Yeah.
Like just so.
If it was worse, then she could have easily ran away.
Yeah, and it, like I feel like honestly, like because I always think I see situations where people talk about. I'm like, oh, like it's easy. Like when you're in that situation, I'll just do this, and this. But like when if you haven't been in a car accident, like I don't know, your brain kind of goes all over the place. You're like,
that's weird, man. I was let off on mine. I was let off right easily.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right.
And it depends on the person too.
God,
but
that was so stupid.
You can't let yourself get taken advantage of. Like if someone's like trying to do something, you are like oh, we don't need that or that, and you have to be like, oh no, like I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, or I want to be thorough.
And if you can, take pictures of the damages on your car.
Oh yeah, did
and
you do
their
that?
car. Well, my phone died.
Yo, brick.
Yeah, that's what we did.
So, just make sure you do that. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of headache, and it'll be easier.
You hearing this, Kevin? This is important.
Kevin, I think you should turn off the switch and.
All right. Well, so what about you,
Hey,
Gomez? What's your
Woo!
driving crash experience?
I mean,
dude, yours is not. Yeah.
Okay.
You told us. Tell them.
So, the people.
Talk to a mic or something.
So I used to have this 2002 Honda Accord.
This is not.
So little. It was an amazing car. It never failed me. I probably never put oil in that thing in like 3 years. It was amazing. But one day I was coming back from an audition in Redlands and like
jalopy.
I was getting onto the on-ramp, but it was one of those where it's like a curved on-ramp, so you're turning left to get on the freeway that's to go like the other direction. So I was going west, but I turned left to go west. And that's not important. But
turn left to go right.
Yeah.
Cars.
I was turning left to go right. Skadoosh. Or wait, that's not the right movie. Yeah. But anyways, and so I was going on the on-ramp, and probably through my own fault because I didn't really like take care of that car well. Like the tires were horrible, the brakes were horrible. So I was going on the on-ramp, and it was like poorly maintained. It was gravelly, but there was like loose rocks. So as I was going on the on-ramp, I was probably going like 25 miles per hour, but I started kind of slipping, and then there was like a divider between the on-ramp and the first lane of the freeway, and it was just all dirt, and I kind of started slipping into the on-ramp, and my front left tire touched the dirt in the divider, and I just started skidding into the first lane. And so I'm skidding into the first lane. I'm trying to brake, but my brakes are trash. My tires are trash too.
You're driving a death machine.
It's pretty much just like the wires on the tires. There was like no rubber.
Yeah.
I was pretty much on the frame. And then I get into the first lane. Like the front of my car crosses the line into the first lane, and a semi comes and just smashes into the front of my car. And so the impact makes my car like bounce and spin, and then the back of my car hits the semi again. And so basically and I get launched back into the the divider, and then my car basically caved in around me. So the front left and the back left. The front left was pretty much so where the windshield started, the whole engine and stuff had been pushed to the right, and then the back had been smashed into the almost to where the trunk ends. And so I get launched back into the on-ramp, and I'm like,
So what? So
Sorry.
if there was someone sitting in the back seat, what was
Dead.
the damage? Dead?
Well, no.
Dead.
Just dead.
Dead.
Oh my god,
No.
dude, that's crazy.
I mean, they probably would have been hurt from the impact, but not too seriously.
Okay.
Because it was mostly the trunk and the engine, and then the right side was completely fine. But so I get launched back into the divider, and I'm just sitting there is this heaven? And I was just there, and then I just hear a car some tires squealing, and then I look to where the noise was coming from, and this lady dives out her car, and she's sprinting across both the on ramp and the exit ramp.
Damn,
She was
she's playing Frogger across the
She was just sprinting.
Yeah, just
And
goes
then-
above the camera above. She's like,
Was she,
And
like
she's
a,
like-
was she a pretty fit lady?
I don't even remember.
Damn.
But because it was all dark, it was night, so that
oh,
was,
damn.
yeah,
it was
I was
nighttime? I
picturing
thought-
it
yeah,
was in the
picturing-
daytime.
yeah. No. I had left the audition at 9, so it was
crap, I didn't realize.
And then before that, to get to that freeway from where the theater is in Redlands, it's this canyon where there's no lights. It's just one winding road. The other day I went to an audition at the same place, and I almost killed a donkey going to the place. It was crazy. He just jumped onto the road. But
Jesus.
so I was on the
Eddie Griffin?
Huh?
Eddie Griffin?
He's waffles.
Don't get. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. But anyway, so I was in the divider, and then the lady's like, "Are you okay?" I was kind of relaxed. I was just like, "What just
I
happened?"
think you're in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Are you okay?" She was
She's
like,
probably in
"Ah!"
shock too.
She was going crazy.
She rips you out of the seat. She starts
Yeah.
doing CPR
No,
on
but
you.
she was like,
on you.
she had the jaws of life, trying to open the door. But she was like, "Are you okay?"
Did she pull you out?
No. Let me get this. She was just screaming, and then I just rolled down the passenger window, and I was like, "I'm good, thank you." I was like, "I'm good, thank you."
Oh, so you're on the opposite side.
Yeah, so she
she's
was
not
on
on
my
the driver's side. She's
and
on
she
your
was
right.
running. She was like, "Are you
Holy
okay?"
crap.
And I'm like, "No, I'm good, thank you." And then she was like, "Are you sure? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
You should have
good."
been like, my back is hurting.
My neck, my back.
Oh, my whittle arm.
Yeah. you should
And she's maybe she should have stayed. But
She was like, all right.
I was like, "No, I'm good." And she's like, "All right, cool." She's like, "Ooh," dives into her car. You're like,
What the?
and she just
What
leaves.
kind of lady?
And
Wait. What about the semi guy?
Well, okay, so after she
He
leaves,
just kept going.
Just kept.
yeah, he's
He was
like,
like, oh.
He just.
he
he didn't even see it.
They're just 38 cars piled up behind him. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
He's like
What?
SpongeBob when they're running over the bones.
Hey man, here's a passenger with him. Hey man, did you feel that?
No, man, you're good. You're good. And so the semi kind of stopped half a mile past me because it's kind of hard to stop a semi.
Yeah, I mean when they
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
braking,
hell yeah.
like,
dude.
they,
And
how
so-
fast was he going? How fast do you think he
Well,
was going?
Full semi speed?
What was that, like 70?
I don't know, probably 60. But all that momentum. And so when after it had all happened, and I was walking back to where my car was, I saw this line, on the like going through the first lane, like the first lane that I had went into, there was just like a stream of gas going from where I hit it, because I bet the back of my car hit the tank.
And the guy the guy in the semi pulled
damn.
over.
Yeah, he's like, he took out a lighter.
He was like, ding.
Yeah. It leads right back to Gomez.
Gomez just on the steering wheel. Like,
Get down, Gomez!
Yeah. He sees it from down there.
Man, I don't got insurance. What am I gonna do?
Puts a
I got
cigarette
you.
on
and just
the floor.
the camera pans out and it's Gomez at the insurance company explaining everything.
Yeah.
The guy, he's like,
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
you're all burned 3rd degree.
Full body cast. No, but and so like the semi guy, when he parked the semi, he got out and he was running to me too. He was like, "Are you?" I mean, because my
Could've
car
killed you.
My
dude.
car flew like 20 feet back into the
Damn,
divider.
that's crazy.
And so he was running back to me. I just got out of the car and I was like, "Hey man, you I was like, and he was like, "Are you all right? I'm sorry. And then like we just.
Okay, hold on.
Was it your fault?
Oh, it was my fault.
I was gonna ask that.
It was my
Well,
fault.
your car's fault.
Yeah, the death machine. It was my fault because like I went into the divider. It would have been different if I was in the first lane and he came
So
into
did
me.
you have to pay for their insurance? Or how did that work, dude? That's a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, especially to a semi. But I just had like liability insurance, and I guess that kind of just covered all their. Oh, so this is how it happened. So like I had liability, so it just covered all the fault, like everything, all the costs for the other person that I had to pay because it was my fault. And basically,
That sucks.
like,
Do you have to pay for like the damage you do to the freeway? Or is that not
well, there
included?
was no damage.
Well, I'm okay. Well, I'm just
Yeah.
curious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you did.
Oh, I mean, I don't know actually.
Probably.
Researcher Kevin, look it up.
What?
Do you have to pay to damage you do like to the road or anything like that? But so
I assume so.
because I only had liability, I paid all the damages that happened to his semi, and then I basically got screwed. Like the insurance didn't give me nothing. I basically lost my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was crazy because if you think about it, like if I had entered the first lane 2 seconds earlier, the semi would have smashed into the front driver's seat, and I would have been dead.
Nothing.
Like, and so just crazy to think about. 2 seconds of a difference, like, and my life would have just been over. Or because of I turned left 2 seconds earlier, or I left the theater 2 seconds later than I would have. I'm here today, and so that just.
I mean, obviously yours is way worse, but
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. Like when I got my car, I'm like, if I would, cause like I had to pee, I was like, if I would have just peed this morning before I went to school, I wouldn't have gotten this accident. But like, it's just you can't control these things. But like, it sucks. Like just the little things that can happen that just completely change everything.
Like, I took a second longer to put on my seatbelt, and that saved my life because I was a second later
That's crazy.
than I should have. And I mean, that was a really bad
What were you
accident.
listening to? What song was playing?
Kevin's playlist,
Every
Fun
time
Times.
That's how we control Gomez. We just put that song on. He's like,
Yeah.
No, but yeah, and then the crazy thing is like not a scratch on me. Like I didn't even have a headache.
That's crazy.
Nothing happened to me. So
You're stupid for not having a headache. Honestly, like I mean, it's fucked up.
No, I
You
mean-
kinda make the other person's insurance like shit, but like I would take advantage and be like, my whole body broken. You get money, dude.
but it's his fault though.
yeah, it was my fault.
Oh, then no, you're stupid.
No, but yeah, like I didn't have any injuries from that. So yeah, it was fun. Learning skills.
Damn. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, Kevin.
Mine's
tell the
mine's
story about the
stupid.
brake check. Tell it.
Oh yeah.
Cameron
So-
almost killed a kid.
Yeah, I almost killed somebody. I didn't
family
mean to.
puppies?
I did not mean to. So what happened was,
Cameron was
no, actually, it's kind of 50-50. I didn't mean to, and I didn't mean to at the same time because I didn't know that was gonna happen. But I was getting annoyed. I was getting so annoyed. I was driving on the way here, and I only live like a whole like main street down from Abraham, and I was coming down through the main street to get here. And, like, there's this guy, like, there's no traffic anywhere. Like, he could have easily went on the left lane or the right lane. There's no traffic. We're running
There's
greens,
like 3
right?
lanes, right?
Yeah, 3
On
lanes.
the street.
Yeah. And, dude, he was on me. Like, he was, like, this close to me the whole way. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I'm like, dude, you can just go around. And, like, I was going, like, the speed limit, like, the speed limit's 45. I was going, like, what, like 50?
87.
And then, like... I dropped down to 45 because I thought he was good. Like I don't know why. I just dropped down back to 45. He was still on me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop down to 42. Nothing. 40.
And he was just
Nothing.
like right on you.
He was
right?
on me the whole time. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm gonna brake check this guy. I'm gonna brake check him so hard. I'm gonna brake check so I could just like, see what
Dies.
yeah.
I'll teach him a lesson.
I'm just gonna brake check him just to see what happens. And dude, I'm not kidding. I slammed on the brakes as hard as I could. Dude, I slammed on those bad boys. Not to the point where I started screeching, but I slammed on them. But this guy behind me, I guess he noticed right away. He slammed on his brakes and started screeching. Like all I hear is like, and like, dude, this guy, I don't know what happened, but I guess he lost control of his car. But he started like swerving behind me. I just see him like switching lanes left and like. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my God.
But like, luckily all the lights were green. I kept going. And then like I looked at my rearview mirror, and like he just made a left on this one street, and I was like, there was no reason.
Cameron
for
taught
that,
him a
dude.
lesson.
Cameron on his way back saw his body and painted in chalk.
Nah, man, I was getting so mad. Another like a
So
car
Cameron's the
crash,
devil.
a car crash that I got in. It wasn't even that bad. It's my fault. But I got out of school and like in Riverside, it's pretty busy like Main Street. Wait, is that Market? No, we're going down Market. And imagine it full of traffic. A lane is closed. There's only 2 lanes this time, and it was okay. And I was behind this lady. I wasn't tailgating like I just explained like how that guy was tailgating me, because I understand how like tailgating is pretty frustrating. It gets me pissed off. So I don't do it to other drivers. But anyways, I was behind this lady, and we were running greens. Right, we were running a bunch of greens. I was looking ahead, and there's greens, right? I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the light, and then luckily I see the red. I'm like, what? Like, why is this lady like? What? She's probably braking just to like, I don't know, slow down just a little bit. I didn't expect her to full on stop, and like, I see the car coming closer. I'm like, what the? Because I was looking ahead for the green, and I see the lights come closer. I'm like, what the? And I see it. I slam on my brakes so hard, and then like I hear. Boom! Like it was hard. It was such a hard hit. I was like, God damn! Like this is my fault. Like there's no way I can like
Because you hit her.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I don't know why she braked right and she crossed the first 2 like she crossed the first line and the second line. So her whole car was in the crosswalk already, and so like I got out of my car. And she got out of her car. It was my first accident, and this was her first accident. So, like, I didn't know if we should have moved.
The girl I got into, I think that was both our first accidents.
Yeah.
Too.
And so, like, I look behind us, and there's a lot of cars behind us, and we're causing even more traffic. And, like, there's people yelling at us, like move over to the side, stop blocking traffic. And I'm like, I don't know. And then, we switch, we exchange information.
Snapchats?
Yeah, and then by the way, I look at her car.
Hey, you on Twitter?
She was like an older lady. I think she had a kid. And she was like, but she went to
with her.
Kid's dead in the back.
No.
Cameron just destroyed the kid.
The kid
Baby on
flies out
board. Cameron hit the grass.
Oh, baby on board. I'll teach you a lesson.
The kid flies out through the front windshield. Oh my god.
My baby, bitch! You should have strapped him in.
So
His head gets cut
so
off
anyways,
with a seatbelt.
I look at the damage on the car. And
Spine.
there's nothing. I showed you pictures. I showed all of you guys pictures, and like your first like thing, like you guys say is where's the damage at, but until I start zooming in, there's like a little scuff like this big.
Nasty.
Yeah, and so like we exchange information, and I'm like shaking.
Kevin's wide awake.
I'm shaking. And we pull off to the side. She calls her husband. I talk to the husband. I call my mom. And then I go home. But on the way home, I'm like, fuck, what if I get into another accident on the way back home? Imagine.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So,
like,
like-
right after you get an accident, you're just so worried about getting
Yeah.
another accident.
To this day, like, whenever I'm on the road, I'm still kind of traumatized from that. Like, I'm like, oh, if I'm going too fast on this turn, like, I could go into the opposite. It's just, I'm still traumatized.
Yeah.
It's
And-
crazy.
Don't ever trust another driver.
No.
Yeah, no.
What?
Don't think like, oh, he'll slow down, I'm good. Or,
Yeah,
oh, he's
that's
gonna
exactly
merge.
what I did. I thought she was going to go. But anyways, her excuse was that she didn't want to cross the green light to be stuck in the middle of the intersection, but there was no one there. There's no
You're
one
not
there.
supposed to do that.
No, I know. You're not.
She went too far to begin with, but
No,
she
but there
did.
was
She did have to stop. I think her. It's like half and half.
Yo, yeah. But yeah, I was let off. Like I called and like I had nothing, heard nothing.
I think they took care of it. I think they didn't want to involve insurances because for something little like that, like it's not really.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just that was
Is
it.
it
I was like,
That's
oh,
nice
cool.
of her though that she left you off.
Yeah,
But
that was cool. I was like, thanks.
it was
But
really nice.
My car was more damaged than hers, so I have like a stupid white mark on my car now because her car was white.
Really haven't seen it.
Oh,
It's not that noticeable.
yeah, it's not that noticeable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Accidentes.
happened. Accidentes. You know, we're here. We're not dead. I could have died from my car crash. Jesus, that was rough, huh? Just kidding.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
kidding.
Yeah, it sucks though. Like when I see when there's a lot of traffic on the freeway, and then I see the cars that were in accidents, I'm like, dude, that could have been me. I don't know. It's just crazy. You're just like,
That's rough.
it
Bodies
sucks,
and all
dude. Seeing the other
That's
people.
rough, yeah.
And you're like-
I saw I saw an accident on the freeway a couple of weeks ago. My car was destroyed, and a bunch of ambulances were there, and I saw the ambulance like take out like a body. I was like,
Remember
The other day-
remember the F-150?
Rest in peace to the family that lost their lives.
what happened?
I'm not laughing.
Wait, what happened? What is
Tragedy.
what is that?
So I mean, I wasn't there.
Nah,
but
it's
so
this is an
in
inside joke,
retrospect,
What's the inside joke?
serious. All lives matter.
What's the inside joke?
I wasn't even there.
No, I don't even really remember, but like it was just the Ford F-150 is the truck.
Jamie told us, right?
Yeah,
Jaime?
yeah.
Oh, so like there was a car driving down the freeway, and then like an F-150 was like behind them, and then there were, I guess, like the car had a family, and I guess the driver enraged the guy in the F-150, and so he was driving up next to them and getting like super close, and he hit them, and they like flew off the freeway, and like they all like almost
No, the
like,
mom died.
The mom died, and then just the kids lived.
Damn, you guys are laughing about this?
No, we're not laughing at
not
that. We're like,
that.
it's because there was another thing. Like when we were going to the beach, we saw an
We
F-150.
saw an F-150.
And like,
We were like, hey,
it's
wouldn't it
more
be
of that.
funny
Like,
if we
it's
died?
obviously a tragedy
Yeah.
about the thing, but
No,
like,
obviously.
it's an inside joke. You guys act
Yeah.
like you never joked around. Like, it's not about the death. It's about something.
We both have pretty twisted senses of humor.
No, I mean, I get it. We're not PC here.
Yeah, but car accidents suck, man.
Yeah.
Be careful out there, everybody.
I think that's it. I think that should. Hopefully, you guys are listening to this car and you guys got it safe. You guys got to your destination safe.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
you guys drive safe. And
What if they
you
get
live.
into their car crashes while they're listening to our experience talking
And
about car crash?
if you're alive out there, live every day to your fullest. Don't
Li-
take anything for granted.
Drive safe, and so you can live to see the next podcast.
All right, guys.
See you
That's
on
it.
the next
Wow, we're
one.
an hour
Well,
and 7 minutes in.
Woo! This is my first time. Just popped my.
That was good. All
podcast
right, guys.
cherry. See ya.